Good morning, children. Welcome to the 10th class social studies. This is 10th class social studies. We already completed 1 to 4 lessons in this social studies. They are geography. Even we completed in the previous lesson. What is the previous lesson? We know I said about climate of India. What is the highest temperature? What is the lowest temperature month in our country? What is the coldest month? What is the hottest month in our country? What are the Indian seasons? What are the lunar months? What are the solar months? Next, what about jet streams? Monsoon system. Two types of monsoons I said already. Southwest monsoons, northeast monsoons. These northeast monsoons are also known as retreating monsoons. Okay? Next one, mango showers. Onset of monsoons. Okay? Loo, northern hot winds are blowing in the North India. They are called loo. So I said these all points in the previous lesson. Now we come to the fifth lesson. What it is? Fifth lesson. What is the lesson name? Indian rivers and water resources. Indian rivers. So we know some rivers. What are the rivers flowing through our India? In our India, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus, okay, Narmada, Tapati, Mahi, Sabarmati, Luni river. What it is? Luni river, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Penna, Mahanadi. Are understood? So these all rivers are flowing in our country. These all rivers are flowing in our country. So we will discuss in detail about each one. Now look at the board. For example, in our country, two very important regions are there. What are the two important regions? First one is Himalayas. Where Himalayas locates? North of our country. These Himalayas, I said already in the first lesson about the importance of Himalayas, what are the divisions of Himalayas, okay, etc. For example, Himalayas. Next one is Western Ghats. Western Ghats. Where Western Ghats locates in our country? They are located in west side of our country. That means near to Arabian Sea. What is that sea? Arabian Sea. Western Ghats and Himalayas. Himalayas are in north part of our country. So these two are main sources of our river system in India. What are the two sources? Himalayas and Western Ghats. Himalayas and Western Ghats. For example, in our country, we are using the water for many purposes. For example, drinking purpose. Animals are drinking, human beings are drinking. Next, we are using the same water industrial purpose. To run the industry, water source is very important. Not only for that, apart from that too, we are irrigating lands through canals. So we are using the same water. We are constructing many dams across the rivers. We are storing some water. After rainy season, we are using the same water to irrigate our lands. That is also one of the use. Next one, for domestic purpose. What it is? Washing clothes, cleaning, mopping, etc. So domestic purpose. How much percentage water using for domestic purpose? Just 5%. How much percent? Just 5%. Out of 100% of water, we are using just 5% for the domestic purpose. Okay. Next one, in our country, 40 million hectare of land. How many million? 40 millions. 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs. You know already. 10 lakhs acre is equal to 1 million acre. That means 40 million means how big it is once you imagine. So in our country, what is the land? 40 millions of our land affected flood prone area. What it is? Flood prone area. Flood prone area means the water is coming and it is submerging the lowland area at rainy season. At rainy season. At the same time, 40 millions of hectares of land affected by drought prone area. Drought prone means lack of rainfall. Look, what is the peculiar condition occurring in our country? 40 millions of land, hectares of land, drought prone area land. Next one, another side is same amount of land, flood prone area and drought prone area. Are you understood, boys? Next one, in our country, 70% of water polluted water. That means it has been contaminated. It has been contaminated. That means polluting. Why we are polluting the water? Because we started many industries. We are running many industries. So, what is the wastage of industries? We are simply dumping into the river water. That means they are effluents. Okay. So, through these activities, the wastage of industries, we are polluting. That means contaminating our water. Okay. How much percent? 70% water is contaminating, children. Next one, about our Indian drainage system. Indian drainage system. Drainage means flowing water. Here, physiographically, three systems are there. First one is three system: Himalayas, Indo-Gangetic, Peninsular. So these are the three systems. Among them, broadly we can say they are two types: Himalayans and Western Ghats, or Peninsular. Okay, Himalayans and Peninsular. So these are the two main drainage systems in our country. That means the rivers are originates from Himalayas. The rivers are originate in the South India from Western Ghats. That is called Peninsular. Are you understood? So these are the two sources of originating our Indian rivers. First one is Himalayas. Second one is Western Ghats in Peninsular India. Next one, what about Himalayas? What about Himalayas? I said already Himalayan rivers and Peninsular rivers. Okay. So in Himalayas, three rivers are there. Three rivers are originating from Himalayas. What are the three rivers? Here, Indus River, Ganga River, Brahmaputra River. I repeat, Indus, Brahmaputra, Ganga. Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. Okay, these three rivers originates from Himalayas. From Himalayas. I wrote already here, look at once. Indus River, Ganga River and Brahmaputra River. Okay, next one, Ganga River and Brahmaputra River, it forming V-shaped valleys. Very, very important. Students listen. Which rivers forming V-shaped valleys here? In Himalayan river system, two rivers, Ganga River and Brahmaputra River. Okay, these two rivers are. Next one, what about Indus River? I said already three rivers originating from in Himalayas. So first one is Indus River. So now let us discuss about Indus River. Here Indus River, it originates from Kailash range in near Tibet. Originate from Kailash range near Tibet at Manasa Sarovaram. Where? Manasa Sarovaram. Children, you must keep in mind about Indus River originate or birthplace Kailash range near Tibet at Manas Sarovar. So this is the birthplace of Indus River. Next one, it enters into Jammu and Kashmir. That is one of the state of our country, North India. Next one, it flows through Himachal Pradesh. HV means here Himachal Pradesh. Next it goes through Punjab. So three states are using this water. What's the water? Indus River water in our country. Afterwards it entered into Pakistan. Already 1947 before or 1947 our India has been partitioned. We know already. So that's why that is separate country. Pakistan is separate country. So that's why here we are using this Indus River water mainly three states. What are that state? Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. Okay. But this Indus River has 5 tributaries. What are the 5 tributaries? Now look at my hand. 5 tributaries. Now I wrote already here. Once look at the board. Okay, students listen. While I am teaching, you open your textbook. Where I am. Okay, what points I am discussing with you. So you look at your textbook. You take one pencil, underline what are the important points. Are you understood? Or after this lesson, you read the lesson. After my explanation, okay, you take your textbook and look the pictures and observe. What are the map points, what are the pictures, what are the pie charts, what are the graphs, etc. You must observe. Okay, next one, listen students. So what are the 5 tributaries of Indus? So look at here, Ravi, Jhelum, Sutlej, Beas. Are you understood? Ravi, Jhelum, Chenab, Beas, Sutlej. I wrote already here. Look at this is Indus River. For example, Ravi, Jhelum, Sutlej, Beas, Chenab. Are you understood? So these 5 tributaries are very important of Indus River. These are flowing through Punjab. Are you understood? So that is about Indus River. Next one is Ganga River. In our country, Ganga River is very important river. Okay, Ganga River is very important river. So this is the longest river in our country. Actually, Indus is longest river, but it flowing through our country just 700 kilometers. But Ganga River is not like that. This river length is 20 or 25. That means 2000 kilometers above this river is flowing through our country. That is why this is the biggest river in our country. What is the biggest river in our country? Ganga River. Keep in mind, boys. So the origin of Ganga River. Here the origin of Ganga River, Bhagirathi. So it has two twin glaciers are there. Okay, Bhagirathi and Alaknanda. Bhagirathi and Alaknanda. These are the 2 important sources of Ganga River. These 2 are merged. Where? Joined. Where? At Devaprayaga. This is also important. So these 2 joined at Devaprayaga, then it is called Ganga River. So this is the main source of this Ganga River. The origin or birthplace of Ganga River also Himalayas at Manasarovaram. That is same area. I said already about Indus River. Are you understood, boys, girls, children? Okay. So this is also same one. Next to third one is the Brahmaputra. This is also important river of Himalayas. I said Himalayan rivers three: Indus River, Ganga River, and Brahmaputra River. Now we come to the Brahmaputra River. So listen, students. This Brahmaputra River is known as in Tibet Sangpo. T silent boy. Sangpo River. Very very important bit. What it is called in Tibet? Sangpo River. What is that river name? Brahmaputra. In India it is calling Brahmaputra, but in Tibet it's Sangpo. Are you understood? Okay. So the origin of Brahmaputra, Chemungdang Glacier at Kailash range. That is the main source of Brahmaputra. This is also originates at Manas Sarovar. Okay, like Ganga River and Indus River. But listen, boys, Chemungdang Glacier at Kailash range. Okay, this river going, but listen, at Lhotse and Lhotse Jang, where Lhotse Jang. Students, don't confuse. Once again listen. Okay, because we are already uploading in that channels, YouTube channels. That's why you watch repeatedly. Then you can understand easily the lesson. But each point, every point is important. Don't neglect in the public examination point of view. So that is why students listen. Lhotse Jang, it opens. That means the area of this river is very suitable for navigation. How many kilometers? 640 kilometers. How many kilometers? 640 kilometers. Navigation is suitable for at Lhotse Jang. That is the area. Okay. Which river? Brahmaputra River. This Brahmaputra River entered into Arunachal Pradesh. It moves through northeastern side in our country. Immediately, suddenly it will bend through from the direction of south side of our country. Okay, Siang and Dihang. Where? Siang and Dihang. In Assam, again it will separated as main streams of Dibang and Lohit. Dibang and Lohit. Are you understood? Dibang and Lohit. Again they joined as called Brahmaputra. So that is about Brahmaputra origin and flowing. Where? What are the main places? Okay. In which areas it is flowing, etc. So these three are the main important rivers of Himalayan rivers. What they are called? Himalayan rivers. Okay, boys. Now I want to show you some pictures in this lesson. You open your textbooks and look at. Now students, look at here from the sea level in our country 0 to 300 meters. What places are there? The coastal area, Gujarat area. In index it colored in green. So what is the green color in this map? That height is from the sea level 0 to 300 meters. I think here that green color is near coastal areas, almost our states. Next one, 300 not 1 to 1000 meters. This is light yellowish color. Inland of our country states, Karnataka, Goa, Maharashtra, Telangana, some parts of Andhra Pradesh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab. So these places might be, maybe. Next one, from the sea level 1001 to 3000 meters. Light gray color, students, look at where the light gray colors in the states of our country. Next one, last one in the index, thick color above 3000 meters. Students, listen, look at this picture once. Jammu and Kashmir. The Jammu and Kashmir and Himalayan ranges are this thick grey color. That means the height of these all places from the sea level 3000 meters above. How many? 3000 meters above. Okay children, I will discuss the remaining part in the next classes. Thank you.